Do not. And I won't. I will not.
Hey, Doug, one thing is defense, among the many things this defense is doing very well, is that when you guys turn the ball over, they're doing a real good job about mitigating the damage. You know, like yesterday they got the one field goal, but then the 3 and outs on the other ones. And there was also 3 times where your offense turned the ball over and your defense got a turnover right back. So what is the mentality of, obviously, the offense putting them in a tough spot, maybe on the negative side of the field, and finding a way to fight back and not let it hurt them too much?
A lot in that question. Let me try to unpack it. You know, I think it's the mindset that, hey, you know, defense, we have your back. Offense, we have your back type thing. No matter what happens during the course of the game, there's always going to be a sudden change. You know, offensively, you try to minimize, obviously, in the best you can, the turnovers. But defensively, listen, it may be a 4th down decision on my part offensively that we don't get. And we've had those already this year, and the defense has to go back out on the field. And so it's just a mindset that they know. And it's things that I communicate with the team too, right? So they're not like unprepared. It's like, hey, guys, you know we're going to be aggressive. We're going to go for 4th downs. The ball may get intercepted or fumbled, whatever, and there's going to be that sudden change. And you know, the defense has always responded, and they have, you know, obviously this year, and that's a real positive, you know, for us. And to either hold a team to 3 points or try to force a punt, you know, is ideal. But you know, that's the complementary piece that you try to establish throughout the course of the year.
Anton Harrison continues to. You think he continues? That was that one sack where TJ got off the line pretty quick and everything. But did Anton have, on balance, a pretty good game yesterday? And is he still trending upwards?
It's kind of baptism by fire. You know, every week is a challenge, and he's been faced with, you know, great edge rushers in his rookie year, and he continues to improve. And again, there's going to be times when he gets beat. You know, best tackles in the league are going to get beat from time to time. So he continues to improve, get better. He understands, you know, his set angles have got to get better there. You know, but he's athletic enough, and he's very capable to. And he wants to. He's very prideful, and he wants to get better, and he wants to be a great tackle in this league. So, anytime you're playing the T.J. Watts and the Chris Joneses of the world, they're going to make you better, and he's trending upward that way.
Would the identity of this team be resiliency at this point? I mean, down 1 and 2 after the first 3 games, and London and all that other stuff. And all those
I mean, it's obviously a good word to use. A resilient group. You know, it's how you come back after a setback. You know, and how you respond. And I'll say this too, that it's different than a year ago. A year ago, we were playing from behind a lot. At least it feels like more we're playing with a lead, and the defense is, keeping that lead or keeping the offense in the game, and then the offense somewhere is going to break out and score a touchdown. So it's a little bit of a different mindset that way, but this is a resilient group because there are opportunities that, the offense is going to squander in the red zone, and it's unfortunate, but, when you have that type of setback, as we talked about, the defense is going to go out and perform, or vice versa. If the defense gives up the touchdown, then the offense goes out and, tries to get those points back. So, that's the resiliency part of this team.
7 straight road wins for this team dating back to last year. So I guess, I don't know if you want to count the one.
Play them all on the road.
Yeah. But this franchise traditionally not been very good on the road, obviously.
Again, we talk a lot about that. Obviously, you got to win your division. You got to win your home games, which we haven't done a great job of yet this year. But you got to win on the road. A hostile environment, crowds against you. It's loud, noisy. You got to have poise, and we've been able to do that. And again, credit to the guys for handling that. And I try to do my best each week to put them in tough situations with the crowd noise and things like that at the end of the week. And they've responded.
How important is how the team handles the bye week?
It's huge. It's huge. And it's huge from the standpoint of we don't want any distractions. We don't want anything to set us back right now, right? And so, yes, I want him to get away. I want him to rest. I want him to heal. But at the same time, I want him to think about the next game, right? The next 9 games, and how do we continue kind of what we've started. We got a long season ahead of us still. And I just don't want what we've worked for and what they've worked hard to establish to go by the wayside.
You've talked about how this is a young group, but it's a mature group. How much confidence do you have in this, I guess, young group that they know how to handle this?
I got to trust them, honestly. But they're going to do the right thing. They know it. They understand what they've done and where they are and how much work they've put in. And so, you just trust them. You trust them to do the right thing, and they'll come back in a good frame of mind. And they're excited, as they should be. And they've put themselves in this position, so it's something that we can continue to build on.
You had 2 starters out in the secondary yesterday, but how those guys step in and play behind Monteric and Wingard, obviously with the pick. And then Darius on the other side still leads the league in passes defense. He had 3 more yesterday. Just the way he's playing this year.
Starting with Darius, veteran guy that it just seems like he's the ball is, obviously he's going his way, but he's making those plays, right? And it's good for him good for his confidence, obviously, and it's great for the defense, and he's playing at an extremely high level, and it's good to see. And then, to see, Monteric, to see, Andrew out there playing the last couple of weeks, and, it's always been the next man up sort of mentality, and the guys pride themselves on that. You saw what Dewey's capable of doing, some really good tackles, and obviously the interception, and he plays special teams, so just a great piece to have. And Buster Monteric's just getting more confident, each time he goes out. Still some things he can work on and continue to improve with, but he's had two solid performances in the last 2 weeks.
Doug, is the team where you thought they would be at the bye week before the season?
The expectation, yeah, quite honestly, yes. And it's just confidence in our guys, confidence in the team, I as a coach looking, at our schedule and looking at the season and how things started out, it was a little rough, but to be here at 6-2, I expected that. The guys expected that. I think that's the confidence that the guys have, in their ability. We just stick to our process. We stick to, each week is different. Each game is different, and it's just a credit. It's a credit to the players, on how they work during the week, and it's that resiliency that you talk about. That no matter what happens during the game, they're going to find a way to win.
Would you have thought, though, that it would have been the other way around, and it would be the offense that was carrying the defense a lot of times?
Yeah, you would think so. With the weapons and the firepower, and we missed some opportunities yesterday. There were some opportunities that you could maybe blow the game open, and we missed them. And those are the things we got to fix offensively. And then, of course, the takeaways, the giveaways. That just can't happen, especially that deep in the red zone, and it's just taking points off the board. And games are going to be different, right? But that's what we see as coaches. That's what our players see, and that's why the second half of the season is going to be important, that we take care of the football that way.
Is it maybe easier for an offense to correct those self-inflicted mistakes as opposed to an offense that kind of just struggling to move the ball?
Yeah, because when you're struggling to move the ball, sometimes you do things out of character to try to move the ball, right? And you go outside of kind of who you are as a football team. If you're just making a mistake, whether it be an assignment up front, you can correct that, and you're still moving and scoring points, then you can correct those, right? Turnovers, you can correct that. So yeah, it's different, and I'd rather be the team that we're still scoring points, but we could be even better, right? and that's kind of where we are.
Going into the year, did you want Travis to be a bell cow back like this many touches?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he had what, 24 carries and six targets. He had around 30 or so yesterday. I mean, that's on the extensive part of it. You know, but he's very capable, and you're seeing, I think, as these games go, he gets stronger as the game goes on, right? And still we have to be careful as a staff, you know, with substitutions and things like that. And I think the back half of the season now we've got to make sure that he's healthy in the month of December and the first part of January, you know, when we finish up the season. So, you know, if we got to take a little bit off his plate, we will, and making sure that he's 100% late in the year.
Do you have to be concerned at all about the confidence of Tank, and could you slide a little more action a guy like Dearness' way?
You know, the one thing with Tank is he's a good player. He's a really good player, and he's a young player, and so our confidence doesn't drop, and nor should it, right? We still got to show confidence in him, and you know, he's still a good back and all of that, and it's part of the Etienne conversation of getting him more comfortable in games. You know, Dearness has done it, right, in his past, in his career, and now we just got to get, you know, Tank more comfortable, more reps, more opportunities, and I think those will come in the next 9 games.
What's the next 24 hours like for you and Trent with the deadline tomorrow?
I mean, you look and see if there's a player that can help you. You know, again, I don't think you go searching just to search for anybody. You got to make sure it's the right fit, somebody that can obviously add, you know, value, a piece that maybe you're missing. You know, we are getting some guys healthy and back too, so that plays a factor in it. You know, here in the next few weeks. So, you know, we'll take a look, and if it's a no-brainer, you know, you pull the trigger. If not, you know, you move on with the guys you have because they're the ones that got you here.
I think Trevor said yesterday on that touchdown pass to Etienne that normally he hasn't thrown it to Etienne on that. It's usually the
I mean, he's not the first read,
right.
You know. It's more of a quick pass where the ball is going to be out of his hand, and it's a true what we call a double stick route, you know, and 2 short out routes, and the corner, they were in a cloud coverage, you know. The corner jumped Calvin where they thought the ball was going to go, and the safety took a little bit of a flatter angle, and I'm telling you something, it was a heck of a read, you know, by Trevor, and then to throw it over the top of the safety, you know, who's trying to jump and knock the ball down, and for Travis to catch it. So just a great play between those two. Again, Travis is he's not the primary. We're not going to run a lot of go balls with Etienne, but just a great play by those two.
But that's another example of Ridley impacting the offense where maybe he's not touching the ball, right?
Exactly. You know, and because early part of that game, you know, he was the guy that was making plays for us. You know, Evan was doing the same thing, and yeah, it was just the attention was on Calvin early, and that's where they thought. I think that's where they thought the ball was going.
Did you come out okay injury-wise yesterday?
We did. We knock on wood. We came out good. Talked to Ferg this morning. You know, so no setbacks with anybody, and it's a good time to get some guys healthy for San Fran.
During the month of October last year, you guys didn't win a game. It was kind of a down trend. This year, didn't lose a game. Just, I know there's a bit of buy-in that goes into that, but does it also speak to kind of the focus of the team at this part of the season?
Yeah, you know, it's, again, the football season is not how you start, it's how you finish. And, you know, last year, you know, we were 2-7, 3-7, you know, things of that nature, and we were getting better as a team, and obviously figured some things out in the back half of the year. Now it's a confident team. Guys understand what to do. You know, we're making more plays, obviously, figuring out how to win these games, playing for 60 minutes, all of that, which I think is a direct result to last year. And to be in this spot at 6-2, you know, again, we focus on just the 1 week at a time mentality. You know, I mean, the whole season. Hopefully, the whole season's the month of October. You know, and you play it that way because when you're in football in an NFL season, you lose track of days and months and time, and you just go out and play. And I think that's a credit to the guys. You know, just staying in the moment.
What was your reaction to the pick by Trevor immediately, and also do even good quarterbacks just have those really bad moments?
I mean, look, when he threw it, we all were like, no. You know, and then when you lock eye contact as he's walking off the field, he knows. I mean, he knows right away. So it's not like you're going to yell and scream at the kid. I mean, and yeah, they're going to have those mistakes, right? And we were fortunate it didn't hurt us, you know, in the ball game. But again, those are teachable things. Still got a young quarterback that's learning and growing. And next time he's going to sail it out of the back of the end zone, you know, and we're going to be second down. So, you know, it happens.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.